Yo, it's Hawg Tawk, where we talk about sports. We give you insights, our opinions, and more. With Matty Ice, Kamikaze Skip, and Mike G. Ain't no other podcast out here can compete. Yo, it's Hawg Talk, with four best friends, repping Tamu to the end. With the goal to reach the top, the only way is to ascend. Javelina alumni standing tall and proud. Home of tailgating and tortillas from the crowd. Sports, hot topics, world news, what we about. Don't forget subscribe so you will never miss out. Leave a like, comment, share it with a friend. Tell them Hawg Talk is a highly recommend. It's Hawg Talk.
What's up, boys?
Okay, what is going on, Hawg Talk Nation? We are ready.
Unmute.
What is going on, Hawg Talk Nation? We are ready to go for this week 4. A crazy week 4 after a crazy 3 weeks of NFL football. We got, for sure, our top 10 consensus of the week. We have top 15 plays of the week segment. We will also go through our week 4 predictions. And we will get into a few open forum topics. And we're about to get this show ready to go. How you boys feeling today?
Let's go.
We good.
We good. Kind of botched that unmute thing there, but we gonna get it, baby. Unmute yourself, Mike.
We're a little bit off this morning, but let's go. Let's start the week up.
Well, who muted me in the first place?
All right. We gonna get it.
What's funny is while I was muted, I was talking best about you being muted and not knowing.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. What a way to start the morning. Before we get into it, before we start getting into football, before we start getting into us kind of arguing with each other and maybe not agreeing with each other, do you got anything to lighten up the mood there, Skip?
Oh yeah.
Put it on me.
So look,
Skip's famous questions.
if you could have any animal talk, okay, which would be the smartest and which would be the dumbest?
Easy.
What is it?
Well, one, to talk, got to be a chimpanzee. Shout out Jane Goodall.
All right.
Shout out Jane Goodall. She came to the campus. I don't know if y'all remember at Tamu, the evolution of the chimp.
Oh, dang.
Learned how to use for the termites. Yes, I enjoyed her really a lot. Let's see, what would the dumbest be?
I think the dumbest gotta be just like a dodo bird or like some just dumb animal like that.
Yeah, some
dodo bird.
some dumb bird.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. Was or what are those birds? Those emus or ostriches stick their head in the ground.
Ostriches are pretty
Right.
stupid. All they do is headbutt and spit.
That's funny.
Oh wait, that's a llama.
That's a llama.
That's a llama.
Oh man.
All right, I got another one for you guys.
Next.
What would your weapon of choice be in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh, star.
God dang.
I think for sure.
Unlimited ammo? Or do we just need?
That's a perk, man. That's a perk.
I mean, is there an unlimited ammo cheat in real life? So, no.
You know what I'm gonna do during a zombie apocalypse?
What?
I think like weapon of choice has to be either for sure you gotta have a side pistol, but you gotta have a shotgun because you gotta be able to spray, you gotta be able to headshot, and something with a slug, something that's gonna go far, but it's also gonna get their heads. I mean, what else?
A sword,
like an AK-47 or something.
Yeah, sword was good.
Sword.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna fight to the end, but in a zombie apocalypse, you're not gonna make it, man. Just go ahead and just get you a good little Bible,
You never
Get
know.
find
You
your-
never know.
find
You
your-
never know. I might
Find your
make
peace
it.
with Christ. I'm not gonna put myself to that mental stress and stuff trying to find all them mofos off. You know what I'm saying?
You never know. All right, let's get this show going. We got our top 10 consensus. This is
Let's
Hawg
go.
Talk consensus. At number 10, surprisingly, and we had a lot of back and forth between
This is
between us.
surprising.
Yes, it is. We got the Chiefs at number 10. We got the Chiefs at number 10. Some of us think, some of us, i.e. me, think they should not be in the top 10, at least this
Okay,
week.
so here's the thing. If you think that there's another team better than them, who?
Niners.
Name it.
No.
It's not about maybe another team. I think it's more about like
It's as of right
how
now.
how can
What
how
they've
can
done.
how can a last place team in their own division be in our top 10? And I know it's a
I mean,
power
ask
rankings and it's a
NFL.com, ask ESPN.
I
ask-
hear all
ask
that.
all these-
I hear all
these
that.
other sources.
This is Hawg Tawk, Skip. We're not going based off of them, bro. It's Hawg Talk.
I'm not going based off
All right,
of them either. but
At
I'm
number
going based off
9,
of
we
what
got
I
the
see.
Raiders. At number 8, we got the Browns. At number 7, we have the Chargers. What do you guys think about those?
Eh.
9 Raiders, 8 Browns, 7 Chargers.
It's solid. I like the Chargers. The
I'm
Chargers
just
are
not
up and coming.
sold on the Raiders.
After they just beat the Chiefs.
The Chargers are on the come up, man. Herbert is just getting warmed up. I feel like he's getting more comfortable, more confident, and it shows on the field.
Well,
He is-
I agree with that, Mike. I agree with that. That whole team, I think, is buzzing because even Austin Eckler is running like a
Derwin
monster.
James, man.
Yeah.
Derwin James. One of the highlights.
Yeah,
Do you guys think it's safe to say
He
that
did?
Yeah,
that the
last week he got
Chargers
hurt.
or the Raiders
I
will
didn't know
be
that.
outside of our top 10 next week?
I think the Raiders.
I think the Raiders will be.
But is it safe to say that the loser of this game heads out?
Yeah.
Who's-
The
What do you mean, the
loser of
Raiders?
The Chargers. And
The Raiders are the Chargers because they play Monday night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
At number 6,
Yeah,
we got
I
the.
could-
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
No, I agree. I definitely think. I still think it's gonna be the Chargers, though. I think the Chargers are better overall. Too.
It's gonna be a solid Monday night game for sure. Number 6, we got the Packers. Number 5, we got the Cowboys. How do you guys feel about these two?
I think they easily could be flopped. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
those two teams though are right there in the middle of the top 10. I mean,
I
if
think-
you watch both the teams, so
Yeah, I agree with Skip. I second Skip. They could easily be swapped. They're both strong. They're both up and coming. So curious to see what happens this week.
Dak and Aaron are playing on different levels, man. And if you want to go MVP voting right now, 3 games into the season, I think it could either be Aaron or it could be Dak. Probably more Dak, in my opinion.
Don't forget Matthew Stafford.
Dak is playing pretty good. I think Matthew Stafford has just a better team all around. He's not putting
Yeah, I
up
think
numbers
they
like
had to-
Dak.
Stout.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4, we got the Bucks. Number 3, we have the Cardinals. We have the Bills at 2, and the Rams making the jump up to number 1. The Rams have probably the best team on here, but I think just from looking at this top 10, if any of these teams played each other right now, would any of them be solid favorites over any other of these top 10? Other than the Rams, maybe. We used to think that about the Bucks. Do we
I
still?
think the Chiefs are favorited over the Cowboys. I think the Chiefs will be favorited over the Packers. Maybe not the Packers. I think the Chiefs will be favorited again against the Browns, Chargers,
when
and Raiders.
I mean like solid favorited, I'm talking like a 10-point spread or something like this. Like,
I don't think any of those teams would be
right? It's
10
more,
Yeah,
these are really close, solid
Yeah.
teams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
nobody has like created separation and like dominance yet, dude. Everybody is
Right,
pretty.
right. Which we thought the Bucks were like that. I guess week 1, but I guess they got brought down to earth.
I think we thought the same thing about the Bills week 1.
Yeah.
For sure.
Played the Steelers. I think we all thought that team was going to come out and do the damn thing, and then they go out, get beat by the Steelers, and then all of a sudden here they are, and that defense they've let up what, 14 points in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Steelers came out firing though. And then for some reason, man, I think it's just the injury bug. You guys had a few key players last week, and
man,
you know, hopefully
There's a lot of strong teams in the NFL this year. I will say that, man. All these up and coming, teams. I was really excited to see.
What a time for the NFL right now. Man, it's all young talent.
Changing of the guard.
You know,
Agreed, Mike.
after the C word year last year, and coming back to full stadiums, full everything, like, oh my God, it's just great. It's just great. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Not on this. I was just about to say not on this show, but all right. All right, we got the top 15 plays of the week next. These are the top 15 plays of last week. It was a pretty good week for football last week, and I have to say that I'm excited to see what you guys' reaction is to these top 15 plays. All right, let's get it, boys.
Oh boy. Oh, baby.
Yes.
Best corner in the league.
This is a clutch pick right here, right?
Up there.
I think he's up there. I think
Yeah.
Diggs' island is open.
See what Derek Carr had.
Oh!
Big stick.
I remember I was watching this live.
Derek Run, big fella.
After this play, I thought it was going to be a close game, but then... Well, actually, it
Look
wasn't
how
a close
that dude's
game.
in the NFL. He don't even know how to run.
Foster Moreau. I see you with
Chris Carson.
Uh-oh,
Hey, Chris Carson's low-key kind
Out
of fast,
fantasy.
bro.
I think he's out this week.
Solid at bomb.
Oh, this
Oh,
was
the
a
flea
play.
flicker?
God, what a
Oh!
Whoa!
Take that back to college.
God, that was a dime.
Uh-oh, let's see what your boy has to do, Matt. Oh, okay. Little kiddo action.
George Brittle.
It's good.
Freaking
Best tight end in the league, baby.
George George
No.
Brittle. He's not playing this week, is he?
Stop that.
He is
Hey,
playing.
Peyton Barber. This dude.
Hey.
Came out of nowhere.
How does the least paid running back in that team tear it up the most?
I tried to pick him up in fantasy because I have zero.
Oh, this pick was sick.
Dog.
This interception was sick right here.
Finally, Patty Mahomes, a little bit of human.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Stafford.
Oh, this
Go
is
deep.
DJ, right?
Yeah, baby.
Oh man, I used to hate watching
Still
that.
doing this.
I used to hate
Still
watching
doing
that.
this. Oh, cover your eyes, Skip.
This is elite right here. Elite.
Oh,
Elite
Jamar.
coverage.
Jamar Chase.
March.
Jamar
Jesus
Chase.
Christ.
Shout out to Jamar Chase
Making
this
us-
year, man. He's been
Making us
turning
eat
it up.
our
Sure.
words.
He still hasn't came down to earth.
No, he has not.
No.
Uh-oh,
Jameis?
Jameis.
Oh, oh, this was horrible, bro.
The no look going down fast.
Horrible.
31 got to retire. Now, how is this a top?
Cover your eyes, Matt. Cover your eyes.
I think it was just a situational thing, but I never like
I
seeing
don't wanna
kicks
see it.
in top tens. Ooh, this got double
Touchdown,
check.
Jesus, baby.
Ooh, another one, Matt. Back to back.
Love
Damn,
it.
twisting the knife.
That drive was.
That was to set up. That was to set up the kick right there.
Yeah. I know.
Uh-oh. Jay Heineke.
This is Antonio Gibson, right? Damn.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wait,
he
what?
low-key
He's
reminds me
fast.
of like Le'Veon Bell from like his first couple years there, and yeah. I don't know why if you see him, he's got that
You
patience.
start him in your fantasy lineup. You start him in your fantasy lineup.
Antonio Gibson.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I think that's a situational question too. Like, who else do you have? Because he's been doing all right.
What a kick by Jay Tuck.
They play the Falcons this week, I think, don't they?
Dude, this kick, Matt. This is your boy, dude.
Our boy. You see it.
Our boy.
I hate that dude. I hate him.
Oh, this is that return by Jamal Agnew. Jamal
Yep.
Agnew. I was watching this live. This was awesome.
Like, watching this unravel is just crazy.
Dude. I kind of knew it too. I was like 68-yard field goal. I was like, that's not going in.
It's not Justin Tucker. It ain't happening.
I didn't think he
He
was
had
gonna
the
return
record.
it though.
Prater had the record.
Wow, that's crazy.
That was a good top 10.
That was a good top 10. I like
That was
I
easily
like.
the best one.
Yeah,
I feel like
Yeah,
previous
agreed.
weeks were broken.
for sure. That was,
Except for
that
the
was
kick.
kind of exciting.
I don't want the kick in there.
Not like the one last week where I was just like, Kyler Murray, best quarterback in the league, gets picked. That was hilarious, man. I still laugh about that. All right, moving forward, we got the Thursday night football game. Jacksonville versus Cincinnati. This was actually turned out to be a pretty good game. Initially, we probably weren't thinking it was going to be that great of a game. We thought it was going to be a little bit lopsided towards Cincinnati. Come to find out, Jacksonville comes out firing 14-0. Then
I don't know who
they
said Jackson was gonna play good. I don't know.
that was you, my bad. Yeah, man, they come out firing. They score 14-0. Right before half, they can go up 21-0. They elect to go for it on fourth down. Get stuffed. Cincinnati gets the ball after the second half. They come back, score, stop them, score, stop them, game tied, and then the rest is history. That was kind of crazy. What do you guys think of that fourth down call?
I was questioning myself.
Go ahead,
This
Jake.
what kind of play call was that on the goal line right before half? Did they not have could they have not ran a better play than that? I mean, you go up 21-0 against the Bengals. You don't have a win yet. You have nothing to lose. You're not playing for anything this year. Why not go for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that puts some faith. That puts some player faith into your coach.
Mike
Urban was just like, you know what? Let's try and run it up the middle.
Especially with James Robinson over there, right?
Yeah. That's who you gotta give him the rock, man. But I think this game showed a lot of upside for Jacksonville, but it also exposed their weaknesses. It exposed your young quarterback that hasn't been in a real NFL situation, and exposed your first fresh in the NFL coach, which this year's been exposing Urban tremendously, man. So, but and then also, you gotta keep, no matter what, you gotta keep the momentum on your side, no matter by any means. Like once since he caught that momentum, you could just tell, you feel the energy. You felt it we felt it in the chat. We felt just the change in momentum.
It was crazy. Matt, if they punch that in with James Robinson and go up 21-0 to the half, you think they pull this one off?
I think so. Momentum's all on their side. I really think so. And it gives I don't know. I go with Skip on this one too. They got nothing to play for. Why not just do it? You know, give some confidence in your offense because they need it. I mean, Mike said it best. They are exposing that first coach, man. I really don't know. He's got to do something, man, to turn that offense around. Change something up.
It's definitely
I
not. Go ahead, Skip.
Cincinnati.
What was that, Skip?
Dude, Trevor Lawrence has lost more games this year than he has his whole life.
Yeah.
See, but that's not nothing to worry about. What did you have to say right now, Skip?
That's just crazy to me, though. Like college, high school.
Jake?
No, I was just saying, the Bengals look really good. Barring the fact that Joe Mixon's hurt, I really do think that team probably has a chance, maybe at a wild card. I don't think that they can win the division because I don't think they can beat the Browns, but the Ravens don't look very good. The Steelers really don't look good. So it's like, are we seeing something in the AFC North that we haven't seen in 10-plus years since Carson Palmer was there? I mean, I know Andy Dalton had those runs, but, those teams with Carson Palmer were good, really good.
The North is definitely flipped upside its head right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild to see.
I think their defense has to get shaped up a lot more before we make that commitment to them.
And they're not, horrible, but they're not
7
great
points
either.
in the second half, that's pretty good. I mean, I know it's the Jags.
Yeah. They definitely came out, made some in-game adjustments and all that, which was kind of fun to watch because they scored 21 unanswered in the second half, which was
They got some
nice.
unknown names in that defense though. That dude Wilson,
Jesse
I think he had
didn't play that game either. He's a big-time safety.
Did Wilson have 13 tackles?
Yeah.
Jake, you had to remind me about Joe Mixon being down, man. What a heartbreaker there at the end. I needed 10 yards for him to cover, and he leaves the game and starts hobbling around.
They ran the heck out of him, man.
Well, I think he ended up with like 77 yards, something like that.
But they said he accounted for, like, he was in there for, like, I think it was 85% of the snaps before he got hurt.
Well,
so, I mean,
yeah.
Do they have a number 2 back? And if they do, who is it?
Pirine.
Yeah, he ran all right.
Pirine gets he gets most of the passing work and the third down work because Joe Mixon, by no means necessary, can catch the goddamn football. And if he does, he's going for 0 yards. He can.
Tell me why you can't hang on to the football. Tell me, Doc. That's why you can't hang on to the goddamn football.
No, man, he's just not a third down back, or he's just a 1-2 and punch kind of guy. But I mean, yeah. What else do you guys see from this game before we move forward? Solid. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what to think about the Bengals. I'm impressed with their start, but I'm interested to see what happens moving forward.
I think you're a little bit biased there, Skip. You don't want them to do good.
Yeah.
That's because it's the divisional.
I want them to do great. Do great.
All right, let's hope the Steelers win today. I'm gonna be rooting for y'all, man. Just because you're wearing that hat today is clean. Moving forward, we got our Week 4 predictions. First game that we have up is Tennessee versus New York Jets. What are we looking for in this game? With I think it's AJ Brown is out, Julio Jones is out. Do we see a monster game from the? Why do I always forget his name?
Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry. I'm always butchering his name. I'm always forgetting his name. I don't know. I think it's his braid that kind of just it's in there, and that's all I think about when I think about him. But do we see a monster game for him today?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I'm thinking he's probably gonna get the ball probably 30 plus times. I think he goes for over 200. So if you got him in fantasy, I mean, I know you're already starting him, but god dang, bro, get ready. You got a dub coming.
You probably sit the rest of your team and just put Derrick.
Just put Derrick up there.
You're good.
If he doesn't, though, oh man,
they're gonna feed him the rock, man. Every time that they've played.
That game could be interesting though, because I mean the Jets are bound to win at some point. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So.
No.
Well, I saw some stats.
Any game, this is the game. Tennessee hadn't looked good all season.
What else you got for us for this game, Skip?
Yeah.
Zach Wilson's got to improve. They definitely they put a high draft pick in him. I know they kind of threw him out there with an already terrible team. I mean, from top to bottom, Salah is doing something there, and I like that. It's his first year as well. I don't think there was any really big high expectations on them or anything like that, but they've got to improve. And every week I haven't seen that. I've seen Zach Wilson just do the same thing over and over, off his back foot, throw the ball up, and his receivers can't catch the ball. So a lot of his interceptions aren't on him. The dude's got a cannon of an arm, and when he's trying to fit it in those tight windows, I think he's overthrowing, and these receivers aren't used to that ball coming in that hot.
Right.
So I think that's something to watch out for.
I think it'll be a couple years before they get better, man. But is it safe to say we're all going Tennessee all around?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yes.
All right.
Never picked the Jets.
Moving forward, we've got Kansas City versus Philadelphia. This game is, I think, going to be a little bit lopsided. Chiefs are putting up 30 points a game, even though they are 1-2. Chiefs are favored to win this game. They're putting up 413 yards a game also, and it's gonna be interesting to see if they bounce back, if Tyreek Hill bounces back. He's not been doing that great. You know who has been doing great is Travis Kelce over there. I'm interested to see what Jalen Hurts does after a loss, what Jalen Reagor does. I kind of like that kid over there. He's their kind of short passes. They throw him a lot of passes out on the flats. Devontae Smith has been doing all right as well. But he didn't do that good against the Cowboys. I don't know if we're ready to say that the Cowboys secondary is kind of solid. But more about the Cowboys a little bit later. Kansas City is probably going to win this game. I don't think any of us are going to pick the Eagles. I got Kansas City win this game about 30-17, something like that. It's going to be nasty over there.
Yep.
I got Chiefs 31, Eagles 20.
Matt?
I got Chiefs.
Jake?
Yeah, I got Chiefs. One thing I will say is if the way the Eagles could win this game is if Miles Sanders has a good game, they actually
Bro,
win.
you gotta give him touches.
Dude, we ran the ball,
You
twice
got
last week?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
That is terrible.
Keep
man.
Mahomes off the field. If they can run the ball successfully, I wouldn't be surprised
This
to
is-
see.
This is a huge game for Philly, man. This is a huge game for them. They're coming off their confidence is shot. There's controversy. Shout out to Hertz's quote talking about crapping and getting off the pot and flushing it and putting it behind you. And then Rieger, I'm glad you brought up Rieger. I don't know if y'all saw.
I like Rieger.
I don't know if you saw his little
Rieger.
dispute on social media with the fan.
Yeah.
Did anybody see
Drop
that?
that
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, dude. I think he's a little loose cannon right now. I'm interested to see how he balls out. I'm interested to see if it affects him negatively or if it pushes him the ball even more. We're interested to see that.
Just really quick, since we're on the topic of the Eagles, did you guys see their upcoming schedule? It's not looking good, bro.
Oh my goodness.
It is not looking good. They got the Chiefs this week, the Panthers next week, the Bucks after that, the Raiders. They got the Lions, and then they got the Chargers.
They got a long
It's not
buckle in.
looking good.
If you're an Eagle fan, buckle in.
Dude,
That
God.
coach is in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
That was a very
yeah.
bad hire.
Yeah, for sure. So we all have Kansas City all around. Carolina versus Dallas. What do we see from this one, Mike?
Well, let me tell you, my man. Let me tell you what we're fixing to see today. We're fixing to see an undefeated team get their first loss of the season. I think Dallas has more momentum going into this game. I think we've been handling business. I think Carolina has been doing enough to get by. Their defense has been holding up for Sam Darnold. He's been good. Dak's been better. The offense rankings across the board. Offense, Panthers have 12th rank. Cowboys have 7th. Defense, Panthers have 1st, obviously. Cowboys have 25th, but that does absolutely no justice of what they've got going on defensively right now. Last week really showed us a lot. Passing, Panthers got 9th. Cowboys got 12th. Panthers, they got a lot of talent lined up across that receiving core. And the Cowboys, of course, we already know what it is with them. I think Dak's going to have a huge game. I think that's the first big test for Carolina. So we'll see how that matches up. Darnold has to show up for Carolina if they need it. If they want a chance, he has to play better than what he's played before. He has to play elite, not just enough to get by. Defense has to stay true. They have to hold that offense. Dallas, Dak and company have to stay hot. Zeke and Pollard, keep them feeding them. 8 yards of carry for Tony, for Big Tony. And defense, Diggs and that secondary have to stay hot. They are going to be tested today big time. Every receiver that lines up is a threat. So we'll see how it lines up. I got Cowboys. I got Cowboys 28-17.
28-17. I like it. What you got, Skip?
All right, here I want to just throw this out there. If you could trade, say before the deadline, and it's coming down to it, and say Khalil Mack's on the trade block, and they want a pick and a player. If you gave him a 3rd-round pick and Tony Pollard, would you take Khalil Mack?
100%. 100%. Just because of what that's going to do for our defensive line. And, I mean, Tony Pollard has been doing really good for our running back core.
Now.
But if you're talking...
Yeah,
Ezekiel Elliott could literally take every single down and play every single down, and he should be fine. He's done it before. I would trade that in a heartbeat, Skip. I think it's got to be more, though. How would they let Khalil Mack go for Tony Pollard?
See, and I think about this because
But Chicago wouldn't do that because of David Montgomery.
And I was just thinking about that. So what if they said Gallup?
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's out of there. We got Cedric Wilson, baby.
Big Rick. Big Rick.
I think you got to come up with, Trayvon Diggs, I'm saying no. just because I'm like, we need
Man,
him in
but
our
Tony
secondary.
Pollard, man, I would do it, but it'd be extremely hard for me to let that man go.
Yeah.
Because he is barely peaking. He is barely coming
He's up and
up. Like,
coming.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
Khalil Mack, can you imagine our run defense? Can you imagine us making a run into the playoffs, into the tournament, into the S word? I'm not gonna say it. It would be solid, bro.
You would have Khalil coming off the edge, potentially Parsons coming off the edge, like that.
Oh,
That would be.
Hey,
Hey,
quick
that would be
question.
elite.
This is
Shout out
gonna
to
be
D-line.
a pretty close game. Do we all have Cowboys all around, or is somebody taking the other one?
I got Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys. Jake.
Woo, Davis, I love it. We're starting to believe.
Nice.
Zeke,
All
please
right,
give me another 2 TDs, baby.
Moving forward, we've got New York Giants versus New Orleans. We got a bounce back game for the New York Giants. We'll see how they do. This game is going to be in New Orleans. And what do we see from Jameis Winston and Alvin Kamara out there today, Matt?
I think Jameis Winston has a bounce back game, man. I think he gets back on the train. You know, throws another couple of two. I say probably 2 TDs. Alvin Kamara's gonna do Alvin Kamara. I think they control most of this whole game, man. That defense is solid still. I will say this. I'm curious to see what the Giants do. They need to feed. I need Barkley to get more touches, man. I don't even know if anybody knows, but Daniel Jones is the leading rusher of that team. He has 160 yards on 23 attempts. That's insane. Like, that's insane. How is your quarterback after three games? Like, it makes no sense to me. Feed your back. He's one of the. I know he's getting back into it and stuff like that, but I'm curious to see if this game is where they feed him what he does. And I'm curious to see the receivers, man. They got to step up. I saw a couple of them drop some passes they shouldn't. So I mean, that offense got to click. And I'm not saying they're going to win this game, but I'm just curious to see on the other side of the ball that they got to start clicking because they're 0-3. That division, they're just going to keep getting lost. Cowboys are looking good, man. Before you know it, the Cowboys are probably going to have this division wrapped up with the freaking Christmas tree by Christmas, man, because that division is just going to be trash. I mean, someone's got to step up.
Yeah, they'll have it wrapped up with a nice little bow on top. A couple wide receivers out for the Giants today, right? Am I wrong on this, fellas? But to say Kenny Galladay's out and Shepard.
Dang, dude, that guy just cannot stay healthy.
Yeah, man, it's kind of rough. Hey, that's a nice little nugget there, Matt, to say that Daniel Jones is leading the team in rushing. Although, they kind of eased. They only gave 5 touches to Homeboy in the first game, Saquon, and then 10 touches and then 15. They're easing him back.
But even at that,
I think that's going to change.
Your next back only has like 6 touches. That makes no sense. Your next back has 6 touches.
Yeah, it's kind of that's a good point right there, Matt, for sure.
Hey, big thing here, though. Okay, I think that this game's going to be a pretty big blowout. First game back in New Orleans for the Saints since the hurricane.
Yeah.
His first game back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they played.
They did Green Bay dirty in Green Bay.
No, it was in Jacksonville.
No. That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was. Because I was like, I remember.
But a big thing too, though, is Jameis. He hasn't thrown for over 200 yards yet. Think about that.
That's nuts. That's
pretty wild. That's pretty wild.
Hasn't thrown for over 200 yards. And Alvin Kamara, he was sitting there saying, week 2 they weren't prepared, and he's held that, on his shoulder for the last week. They came out, did their thing versus Patriots, got the win. I think that was an expected win. I do think that the Giants' defense is a little bit better than what we think. Their offense isn't going to be good until Jason Garrett's gone. That dude he can't think of plays. He's stuck in his old ways. Run the ball. And dunk passes and stuff like that. And you see when Daniel has enough time back there and he can throw the ball downfield, that he's a decent quarterback. I just think that it's the coaching staff, and I'm afraid that they get wasted in New York.
You got New Orleans win today? What, Skip?
Nah, hell no. I got Saints.
That's what I said, New Orleans. Mike,
I heard new, and I wouldn't think it's New Orleans.
I get it. Mike,
I got Saints 27, Giants 13.
27-13. Matt, you also got the Saints, right? I think Saints all around
Yeah.
for that one.
Saints all the way.
Cleveland travels to Minnesota. What do we see from this game? This is gonna be a pretty close game, Jake.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be one of the games that we sit back next week and say, this was one of the games of the week. I do like Minnesota. Dalvin Cook's making a return today. I still look for Madison to have a pretty good.
You're doing all right.
Yeah, I think he's going to have quite a few carries as well, if they're smart. And Kirk Cousins has looked outstanding this year.
My boy Kissing Cousins.
That offense is good, man. I think that they've had some tough losses.
Yes.
The Browns defense is very, very good. Miles Garrett is an alien, man. He can do things that other people can't. He starts on the opposite side of the tackle, and then he can just one step and he's inside the guard and the tackle. I don't understand who does that, how he can do it.
And then splits them and gets into the backfield.
Every play he's back there. It's insane. And then of course, Chubb and Kareem. I think it comes down. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Last person that has the last possession wins. I look for
we got winning.
Win.
Minnesota to take this win. Okay, I like it. Hey, really quick before we move forward, I want to give a shout out to David Lee in the chat, our loyal viewer, David Lee Garza.
Yes, sir.
What's up, David Lee?
Boy.
All right.
Hawg Tawk.
Mike, who you got win this game? Who's taking it, Mike? I think this is gonna split us.
I agree with Skip. I agree with everything he just said. I'm not gonna call him my boy. By no means is he my boy. But Kissing Cousins has been balling, and that receiving core is something serious. Jay Jettis, Justin Jefferson, and like I said, Madison stepped up to the plate. Now Cook's gonna take off his load. So, but yeah, we'll see. But that Browns defense, man, that's something serious right there. So
they're taking it today?
I got Vikings 24-20. Vikings 24.
Vikings
Browns
24-20. Matt, who do you got win this game?
Man, it's gonna be a really close one. Man, I love Baker, but I'm gonna ride with Kissing Cousins, man. He's on the road.
Awesome.
Cook's back. I'm with Mike.
Pretty even game today. I got the Brownies winning today. Let's move forward. We've got Detroit going to Chicago. This is a bounce back game for both teams. Both teams have been kind of terrible this year. I don't even want to talk about the quarterback play in Chicago. What do we see from this one, Matt?
Matt or Mike?
Mike.
Oh, we got Mike. Mike.
Okay. So, well, I'm just gonna start off with what I started off with every time talking about the Chicago Bears. Matt Nagy has to step the hell up, my man. Jesus Christ. NFL bust coach of the year. The dude is terrible.
Right.
He's setting up that poor young man to fail. It's just like he set up Trubisky to fail. I think, man, the Bears, if they lose this game in a ugly fashion, it is gonna be trouble in Chi-Town. I think Nagy gets on the hot seat even more. They might fire him. I think the Lions have not been playing terrible, and they just had a bad patch and bad stint in the season. I feel like this is a bounce back game for them and them alone. I feel like they're gonna not dominate the Bears, but they're gonna win in easily fashion. I think. Offense. Here's some rankings. Offense: Lions 19th, Bears 32nd, defense 21st, Bears 11th. Shout out to the Bears D. What a seatlo. Passing 16th for the Lions, 32nd for the Bears. Rushing 17th versus 20th for the Bears. So I think the Lions, if they want to win, you got to keep Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift rolling. You've got to Golf got to spread the ball and keep that defense honest. That the front is probably the only thing they got going for them right now. So if he spreads it and gets them receivers, them unknown receivers, some work, I think that gives them even more chance to win. Offensive line will be tested. This is their big first. I think that D line is the offensive line has been their bread and butter. I think this year, So I think that they're gonna be tested a lot with that Bears front. Bears keys, Bonehead Nagy got to make the adjustments, like I say. Justin Fields, got to see Justin Fields of Ohio State, and let Allen Robinson spin. Jesus Christ, my man is a dog, and he doesn't even get him involved at all. I don't know. Like I said, Porter signed that new contract. He's stuck there for a little bit. So
It's the
yeah, I got
quarterback
Lions
play, right?
20. I got Lions 27, Bears 14.
Lions 27, Bears 14.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Skip, who you got win this game? How much? What's the score?
Man, I'm back and forth on this. Earlier today when we were talking, I said the Lions.
Take a Chicago.
I'm gonna go one more game, and we're gonna bear
Don't do it,
down.
Skip.
Bear down.
Bear down.
All right?
He's got
Bear
Chicago.
down.
Matt, who you got
I
win
got
this
Bears
game?
17-14.
17-14.
I got the Lions, man.
I'm taking the
It's
I'm
not
taking
good
the
for you,
Lions as
Skip.
well. I'm taking the Lions as well. Is what's his name starting again today?
We don't know yet. Game time decision.
Game time decision by Nagy, of course.
Of course he is.
Yeah. All right, moving forward, we've got Houston versus Buffalo. Safe to say it's a blowout, Matt?
I safe to say it is. They got like half their damn defense out. Not good. But let me talk a little bit about the Bills here, man. Josh Allen is, we said at the beginning, he's putting up numbers, easily MVP candidate right now as for what he's been doing. But I mean, let's do a shout out to the receiving corps, man. They're actually pretty solid, man. I know Diggs is out there. You got Emmanuel Sanders. You got Cole Beasley. Their
Ooh.
tight ends coming up. So I mean, that's a nice little. They're not big names.
Is it
And
not?
then, yeah, Knox, their tight end. So I mean, no one's really talking about them. I know Diggs needs to open up. He hasn't even started opening up. So I'm really curious to see what that is. So
Actually,
I'm curious to see that
highlighted
offense.
these wide receivers week one when we played against the Steelers. We'll
Yeah,
talk
you
about
did.
that later. Go ahead, Matt.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
And
you,
then I mean, I'm curious to see the Texans, man. What this rookie can do. He's to my knowledge, he's starting. But man, that defense is horrible. I really think Cooks is. I really think they need to get another two receiver, man. Cooks is doing it all by himself, and I do know some young core has to step up, man. They're gonna double team Cooks the whole time. Yeah, he's gonna get his touches, but I really think for that offense, somebody else needs to step up because I mean, Cooks can't carry the whole team by himself. And I did see a lot of drop passes from that team, So I mean, the opportunity is there. So I'm very curious to see who steps up for that second team, the number two. But I gotta go. It's gonna be a blowout, Bills.
Wait, you got Houston? Oh, you got Bills. Does Houston cover today, Skip?
Hey man, hell no.
17-point
ain't
favorite.
no shot.
17.
17.5 points. The
17.
Bills are gonna cover that so easily. So easily. I think they're gonna have it covered by the second quarter. I think it's gonna be 28-0 by
In
halftime.
garbage time, though. Garbage time. Yeah, I agree. Mike, who wins today? You got Bills all around? Everybody?
Bills, and it's not even close. I got the Bills 34 to the Texans 16.
That's pretty solid right there. That's under 17, Jake.
That's Houston covering. I mean,
Oh, okay. I like it, Mike. That's a solid score
I'm
right there,
not
Mike.
taking that. I'm not. I have Bills covering in my parlay, so
I like it.
I'm taking that.
All right, moving forward, we've got Indianapolis traveling down south to Miami. What do we see from this one, Jake? Do we see Carson Wentz, or
I
do
see
we
Jacoby
see
Brissett
Jacoby Brissett?
doing the damn thing, man. It's kind of a revenge game for him. He was with Indianapolis. And,
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
they thought that he wasn't good enough. Carson's still hurt. I don't care what they say. I don't care what the injury report says. He's seeing ghosts. He's just like Roethlisberger. That offense is struggling. I don't think that Indianapolis can go against Miami defense. I think that defense showed out against the Raiders last weekend. Gave the Raiders a run for their money. I look for Brissett to do really good today. I think he's gonna throw for a couple of TDs, maybe one pick, something like that, have a turnover. But I look for Miami to win this game pretty handily.
Okay. Just really quick, I guess, before I go to you fellas. Shout out to the Garza family today, man. We got Nick Trevino in the chat. What is going on, Nick?
And then also Matt's mom, shout out and my mother as well. My mother's been tuning in every Sunday. I see Matt's mother active on Facebook, always giving us likes, always sharing.
Shout out,
Gotta
guys.
shout out
Shout
to the
out.
fam-
Thanks for the
Shout
love.
out to the
Appreciate the
family.
love.
Shout
For
out.
sure, for sure. Mike, who do you got winning this game? Indianapolis or Miami?
Oh man, I think it's gonna be a shootout. Honestly, I I think this is the game that we sleep on that is gonna be more interesting than we think. But I got the Dolphins today. I got the Dolphins 20, the Colts 17. Close game.
Okay. Matt?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Miami as well, man. I think they just pull it out. I think Carson Wentz. They need to figure out that quarterback situation a little bit more.
Jake, who'd you
Yeah,
pick?
man, get healthy.
I picked the Dolphins.
You got the Dolphins. I think we got Dolphins all around just because the game is in Miami. The defense is pretty good, so we'll see how that goes. Washington versus Atlanta. What do we see from this one, Matt? Do we see
Toilet bowl.
Washington pulling it off, or is
Yep.
this a toilet bowl? Is it?
I think it's our week's toilet bowl, man.
Yeah.
Every week
I
we
think
gotta
so.
do
We should
the
probably
toilet
dub one.
bowl game.
What you
Yeah.
see from this one, Matt?
All right, so I'm gonna throw a little curveball now, and I'm actually gonna go with the Falcons. I'm gonna trust Matty Ice, man. I'm gonna. Oh man, I just have something feeling in me, and Matty Ice, I think is gonna show up, man. I think their receivers, they're gonna put it up in the air more, man. They've been playing from behind most of the games. I just think that they have to show up. I trust that. That's just me. I know it's gonna be a close game, but Washington could take it. But I'm gonna go with the sleeper. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I'll trust in Matty Ice. I think we definitely got to get the receivers involved. I think their highest receiver has 20 receptions, and that's Kyler Ridley. 20 receptions out of 3 games. So they definitely got to put the ball in the air. Matty Ice got to step up, and I think he will. But Washington could easily take this game too if their defense steps up, like Skip says. I think they've been tested, but it's going to be a big one. But I think, yeah, it's toilet bowl, but I'll be tuning in. I definitely be tuning in. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'll be watching too. My fantasy team definitely hopes that everything you said right there, Matt, is true. Everything. Let's hope. You got who do you got with today? Atlanta, Mike. Who do we got for this game?
Man, I actually it's gonna be it's the we label it the toilet bowl, but I feel like it's gonna be close. It's just gonna be poor play on both sides of the ball, so it's just gonna be like, let's get this game going. I got Washington 23, Atlanta 20.
Okay, Jake.
Yeah, I got Falcons. I look for Kyle Pitts to have a big game today. He's coming.
I pray.
Yeah, he's coming into himself. I think he's gonna have a couple of TDs today, and I think the Falcons take this one.
Okay, you got the Falcons there. Well, I think this one definitely does split us a little bit. I am going to take Washington. I got Washington winning this game. I don't know. I just got a feeling. Taylor Heineke, I like what's going on down there. McLaurin, I like what's going on down there. Antonio
I'm off that
Gibson.
defense. Man.
All right, yeah.
You're out.
Yeah, I'm out on him. I think that defense is cheeks.
Moving forward,
all
I
picking
think we all are gonna enjoy this game quite a bit. I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna be locked in.
No, you're
Seattle
not.
at
The
San
Cowboys play
Francisco.
at noon.
Not at 3. This is a 3:00 game, baby. San Francisco versus Seattle. Unless the Cowboys go into overtime, I'm not watching this first quarter probably. But what do we see from this game, Matt? Do we see Daddy Russ cooking, or do we see a game from Jimmy Garoppolo like we saw last week? Easily could have been a W last week.
Yeah, Hart felt off, man. It was a close game, but of course we went against Aaron Rodgers. Don't leave no damn time on the field for him. It could be controversy. Everyone keeps talking about it. Should our fullback had fell at the one, taking the time? But I mean, at that moment, I mean, you really don't think that's gonna happen, but it happened. You gotta take wins and losses. But I think it's gonna be a very close game. But I think the Niners will pull it out. Kittle is playing, by the way. So I know he's going to be kind of hurt, but he's been playing through hurt stuff before. He's had a chipped foot last year, and he still played at least 4 games and still put up numbers. So definitely start him in fantasy. Daddy Russ, I don't know what's cooking over there, man. I really don't. He's putting up numbers, but we're not expecting him. He has 7 TDs right now, but he's lost some close games. But I think our defense will show up today. We get a couple of D linemen back. Our corner situation, it's gonna be very interesting. But I think I've been looking at that offensive line for Daddy Russ, so they're gonna be tested with our defensive ends. I think Nick Bosa has at least 2 sacks on him. They're gonna be in the face. Our running game is gonna be gonna show up again. Hopefully, we're getting a Mitchell back, so that's good. It's gonna be a close game, but I still got the Niners pulling out at least by a field goal. But I'll be tuning in. But I could easily say Seahawks. Right now, we're predicted on ESPN 56% to 43. So it could be toss up. But I'm gonna go Niners and have faith.
Okay, Matt definitely has his faith on Jimmy G this week. Mike, who do you got win today?
Man, I'm sorry, Matt. I feel like the Niners are going to continue. Their bad luck's going to continue this week, and I think the Seahawks wake up. I got the Seahawks 28, Niners 17.
Okay, Jake.
I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I really do. I think both defenses aren't really great. 49ers got some secondary issues. Really don't have anybody to play. So I look for Russ to put up some numbers, but I also look for the 49ers to also do the same thing. And I think in the fourth quarter, they control the time of possession, end up winning this game 35-30.
Oh, pretty close game. Well, the 49ers are 2.5-point favorites. I'm kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know. This might be a toss-up game. It's going to be close. It might come down to a field goal there at the end. I'm going to go with the 49ers today. I'm going to go with the 49ers winning, pulling this one off just there at the end. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Hopefully both teams put up a lot of points. We all want Tyler Lockett to go off. We all want Daddy Russ to go off.
Is he playing?
Tyler Lockett is
questionable
he playing?
right now.
He was questionable this week, but I think
think
he
he
is going
is.
to play. And, I mean, we're just going to have to see, man. I hope Debo goes off. Oh, Ayuk has a good game. Is Elijah Mitchell playing today, man? I don't know if you mentioned that.
It's game time decision.
I got an
Game time
update.
decision. Breaking news from Jake.
No, I thought I had an Elijah Mitchell update on him.
Okay.
Oh no,
It's
he's
game
out.
time.
He's out
Will
today.
not play.
Will not play today. You heard it here first. Hawg Talk, baby. All right, moving forward.
I just saw that
everybody has their picks. I think two for San Francisco and 2 for Seattle. Okay, Arizona versus Los Angeles. 3:05 p.m. today. Do we see the Rams win this game, Mike, or do we see Arizona pulling it off down the West?
This is going to be our put a big star by this game because it is going to be grab your popcorn because it's going to be a show, baby. I got my prediction for this game is the Rams 28, Cardinals 24. I feel like the Cardinals are going to get out coached today, and I like the momentum going in for the Rams right now. I like what Matt Stafford's doing. I like both teams, but I feel like this is the kind of pick your poison type of deal. So I got Rams 28-24. Offense rankings, Cardinals got 3rd, Rams got 15th. Defense, Cardinals 10th, Rams 19th. Passing, Cardinals 3, Rams 6. Rushing, Cardinals 12th ranked, and Rams 27th. So even though the Cardinals killed the Rams in rank, I like the Rams juice, baby. I like Ramsey out there. I like Donald out there. I like what that defense is doing. I like the way Stafford's spreading out the ball. The keys for the Cardinals is defense has to dominate at the line. They have to put pressure on Stafford. I feel like he's been having freaking forever and a day to make decisions. Murray, and then on the Cardinals side, Murray has to be smart. I've been seeing him make a lot of poor judgment calls and judgment throws. I gotta see. I think another key for them this week is I don't know if y'all saw, but our boy AJ Green had a week last week.
Oh,
I feel like if he comes and he has the same type of week, it makes it a lot more different than for the Rams, man. Even though I know the Cardinals got the elusive receivers and Kirk and that rookie.
I like how you said our boy, because I think we all want him to do good, right? We all want him to
Yes,
have a
but
good
he
game.
did. He had a bad stint, man.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
So yeah, I got Rams 28-24, but I hope I don't mind if I'm wrong, and I hope the Cards pull it off really. But I'm just gonna go with the safe. I feel like the Rams are the safe bet in this one.
Safe bet. They are 4-point favorites, so we'll see how that one goes. You know what I hope doesn't happen today? I hope we don't see a great defensive battle, and it's like a
Yeah.
12-8 game or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I hope doesn't happen, which could very well happen in this one. Great defenses on both sides of the ball. I know we're highlighting the offenses, but we'll see how that one plays out. Matt, who do you got win today?
Hey, shout out to the NFC West, man. It's probably one of the hardest divisions out there, man. Because I mean, we're all
You had to throw that in, didn't you?
I had to throw that out there, man. Had to throw that out there. Hey, I'm
Hey, but I gotta agree with
man.
you. I gotta agree with you now. I agree.
Not as of right now in week 4, man. I mean, come on, these 2 games are back to back, and everyone's gonna be tuning in, man. So just shout out to that division. But I mean, it could change. Niners could go down. Seattle could come up. I mean, it's a toss up over there. But every team, 4 teams are strong, man. Strong right now. It's gonna be a close game, man. I'll be tuning into this one, of course. I mean, it's my division. Gonna be side by side TVs for sure, watching for the Niners and this team. But I think the Rams pull it off, man. I'm gonna go with Mike as well. I think I like that offense, and that defense is they're not getting as much credit as they should. And that offense, I like Matthew Stafford, man. He's passing the ball. Cool. But Mike said, I don't mind it going the other way, but I think it does come down to coaching. I like the Rams better.
Cool, Jake.
I'm going with the Cardinals.
I like it.
I just think, I think that team's on the come up. Now, the Rams, that's a very good team. And I think that the Cardinals really need this game more than the Rams need it. Just to show, like, the league that, hey, we're here. We're ready to compete. And I do look for Kyler to continue his success. I said earlier, Dak and Aaron, MVP conversation,
right.
I completely forgot about Kyler. I think Kyler's probably leading that right now, just based off of his numbers and what that team's doing. So I do look for the Cardinals to win this one 24-21.
Okay, yeah. I got to go with the Rams today. We'll see how they do. Baltimore, actually, we got Pittsburgh at Green Bay today, 3:25. Shout out to these 3 o'clock games. These 3 o'clock games are going to be solid. Jake, what do we see from Pittsburgh? Is this a bounce back, get right game for Ben Roethlisberger?
Let it out, Skip.
And I do think this is going to be a better game than what I'm expecting. I think with TJ Watt coming back, I think it's going to help the defense quite a bit. I think that defensive line is going to get after Rodgers today. I look for Rodgers still to do his thing. He's a tough quarterback. I don't have any kind of faith in this offensive line for the Steelers. Those guys, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're blocking. And it doesn't help when your quarterback does get time. He won't throw the ball downfield. He's just sitting there and he's pump faking, and it doesn't work. You can't have a quarterback sit back there for 4 seconds and not get rid of the ball and then take a sack or throw it out of bounds. This week they talked to Matt Canada. Matt Canada was really just like, hey, I'm calling plays that I think are going to work. He's like, we can't really open up the playbook when we can't do the simplest of plays. Last week they were 4th and 10 in the red zone at the 10-yard line, and they threw the ball behind the line of scrimmage to Najee Harris. And it just doesn't make any sense. I don't want to say Ben's washed, man, because that's my guy. But I do think I think it's the end of the road for him.
We'll see how that one goes, man. But shout out to Najee Harris, man. Shout out to Najee Harris for sure. Who do you see win today, Jake? Are you going with the Steelers or are you going with Green Bay today? Packers today. Mike.
Shout out to you, man. I know it's hard going against the grain. I got Packers, man. I feel like it's gonna be a long day for the Steelers again. I got Packers 31
for sure.
Steelers 16.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, I got Packers, man. Aaron Rodgers, man. And Steelers, sorry, Skip. I mean, they gotta put a whole game together, man. I hate to say it, but I think it's time to go on to the next quarterback, man.
For sure.
Big Ben Ain't doing
And
it.
here-
I got
Green
Green Bay.
Bay
I got
just
Green
bad
Bay
for
winning
them,
today
man.
for
This
sure.
sucks.
Green Bay, I think they're gonna win by like 10 points or something like that. Sorry about that, Skip, but it is what it is. We've been there. We've all been there. I don't know. Hopefully it's a bounce back game, but we'll see how that one goes. Okay, so Baltimore versus Denver, the last 3 o'clock game that we have. It started at 3:25 today in Denver, Mile High. What do we see from this one, Mike? Do we see a big game from Hollywood and Lamar Jackson?
I see a big game for Lamar Jackson, but Hollywood, man, after last week's, I would hope that he has a big game. What do you have? 3 drops? 3 key drops?
Yeah, for sure,
That's
man. He had
terrible.
3 big ones.
That's Gacho. He definitely that's supposed to be. I think they get Rashad Bateman back this week. So I'm looking out for him. I want to see what he brings to the outside presence because I was real big on him before he got hurt. But I like what's going on in Denver. My boy Teddy Two Gloves. I feel like he's gonna come into that home stadium, regulate, and kick these boys off their high horse. I think that Denver defense exposes their run game finally. Even though the Ravens got the first rank off the rushing in the league, I feel like that's exposed today. I feel like the Denver D brings that out in them. Like I said, I like what Teddy Two Gloves is doing. I like what Warden is doing. I feel like they're going to spread the ball out with them young, elusive receivers. I think it's going to be a close game. I got Broncos 21, Ravens 17.
Okay, that's pretty solid. So, Matt, who do you got win this game?
I got Ravens.
Ravens, Jake?
Broncos.
Broncos.
Oh.
Ooh, this game is in Mile High. We'll see how this one turns out. I don't know. I don't know who to pick, man. This is probably one of those you're just tossing up a coin also. But I am gonna take Baltimore win this game. I see them win this game. I see them pulling it off. I see Lamar Jackson having a big game. And like you said, Mike, if Hollywood Brown doesn't drop those 3 passes, we're talking about him in fantasy. We're talking about him everywhere. You know what I mean? He could have had 3 solid big plays. Moving forward, fellas, we've got Tampa Bay versus New England for the Sunday night game.
Man,
New England. Yeah, man, for sure. New England. What did you say, Mike?
I said I know Matt wants to go off on this one.
Oh yeah. We got
You know what we're talking about here.
New England has 7-point favorites. Gronk is not going to play today. Richard Sherman is a game time decision. He might play today. We'll see how that one turns out. We'll see how Mac Jones does today. It is in New England.
Breaking news.
Breaking news from
Breaking
Jake.
news.
Uh-oh.
Breaking news. Justin Fields getting a start today.
Oh, that's not breaking news.
Yeah.
Boo!
Boo this man!
Hey, that's solid though because that's something that we were asking about. Who's gonna get the start today? It was a game time decision. That's solid. I'll take that one, Skip.
I'm pretty sure that Bonehead announced that yesterday.
I'll give it a 7.9, Skip.
I need to talk to the Bears front office and know how this man has the head coaching job. I have literally talked about it every week on this show, and I need answers. So I'm gonna have to reach out to them.
Mike, you should write.
Hey, are you available?
An email.
Are you going to Chicago? Are you available?
I got my people are gonna be in contact with their people.
Mike's been there live for every game.
Yeah, like come on now.
All right, so going back to Tampa Bay versus New England. This is in New England. I see it as not that close of a game actually. Well, Gronk's not gonna play. Richard Sherman is a game time decision. 7-point favorites. I got Tampa Bay winning today favorably. You know the GOAT's gonna go down there and just tear it up. And I see a big game from Antonio Brown. We don't talk about Antonio Brown is going back too. He played for them for a little while.
He was there for an hour.
For an hour. Yeah, he had one game with them, but he did score a touchdown in that game. So regardless of what that was or what that situation was, who do you have win this game, Matt? Do you go against the grain, or are you taking the same pick you always take?
I wonder who. Tom Brady every day of the week, twice on Sunday, bro. He's about to light it up. Going back home. It don't matter. I wish Gronk was going, man, because Gronk would have got his touches. He would have got at least 2-3 TDs. But I don't think it's not gonna put him back. But I gotta go with Tom Brady. Shout out. It's not even gonna be a close game. That defense is actually gonna show up. They got something they're just gonna show up for Tom Brady, man. I think everyone's gonna rally around him. They're back home. It's gonna be ugly. the rookie better buckle in, because it's gonna be ugly. And Tom Brady,
I think we're
he's
gonna
gonna
see.
do what he does,
We'll
man.
see. We'll see if the rookie has a hard day today. Jake, who do you got win this one?
Tom. I don't even.
Tom.
Not even the Bucks. Not even the Bucks.
Tom. Mike, you muted. Who do we got
My
win this
bad,
one,
Phil.
Mike?
I got the Bucks in a blowout fashion. I got Bucks 34, Pats 17.
So we're all taking the Bucks. So we're basically are saying that the Patriots are not gonna cover. They're 7 point underdogs. They don't cover those 7 point, right?
Nah.
No.
No.
Okay.
Dude, I wouldn't be
think it's
surprised because Bruce Arians, he's an arrogant asshole. I wouldn't be surprised if he sits there and he lets Tom just, if they're scoring at will, I wouldn't be surprised if they put up 50
He's
today.
he's very well known for not giving an F, especially when he played down in Arizona or when he
Three
coached
TDs
down
for
in
this, Skip.
Arizona.
3
Just
Just
TDs.
think about all the emotions going through that game, though. I just want to highlight that. Think
Yeah,
about the
bro,
pass
that-
for Brady.
That video that NBC's put out, like with Adele singing, that gives you chills. Like it really does. Like that, I am the biggest hater on the Patriots, but holy hell, like I mean, 20 years that's almost our whole lives that we got to witness that, and like I do love the NFL, so like I have respect for them. They ruined my childhood many a times, but we're not going to talk about that. So.
Yeah, not for the Patriots.
It's
The
just gonna
Steelers would
be
have
that,
more.
it's the
more
game of the
chips.
year, I think. And it's not even going to be that great of a game, but I still think it's game of the year.
That's bold. That's bold from Skip. Which
Yeah.
is we expect nothing less from you for sure, Skip. Monday Night Football. We've got Las Vegas traveling to Los Angeles to that great stadium. They got the Chargers down there. What do we see?
Both
Is this
great
gonna be a
stadiums.
high-scoring game, Skip?
Yeah, I really do. Because I don't think either defense. I mean, Max Crosby's a specimen, but I mean, the Dolphins kind of did it to him last week. So I think Herbert's going to come out and continue what he did last week in Kansas City. And I don't know how many Chargers fans will be there. I know it's probably going to be a complete sea of black, but I look for the Chargers to win this game pretty heavily. I think Eckler will have a pretty good game as well. Mike Williams is going to continue doing what he's doing. He's quietly had one of the best seasons so far as a wide receiver. I think Keenan Allen continues to do what he's always done. I think there's too much talent on that Chargers offense for the Raiders to overcome. And I got the Chargers going, 30-27, something like that.
Okay, Mike, who do you got win today for this Monday?
I
night
got
game?
Chargers. I agree with everything Skip just said. I got Chargers 24, Raiders 17.
Matt, who do you got win this game?
Justin Herbert, man.
Justin
I trust him,
Herbert.
man.
Justin
I hope
Herbert.
I'm going Chargers all the way. Please, Justin Herbert, three
Uh,
TDs for 2 of my fantasy leagues.
Close game.
Nah. Oh no, it'll be close, but I think it'll still be by like 10 points.
Okay. So you guys all got the Chargers. I'm gonna go against the grain on this one. I'm taking the Raiders.
Ooh,
Taking
okay.
the Raiders.
Okay.
Although
I'll catch up to you.
this game is in SoFi. We'll see how that goes, but I don't know why. I just have this feeling. I can't shake it. Going into this call, I was gonna pick the Chargers, but got this feeling, man. Got the Raiders. Moving forward, fellas, we got open forum. Do you guys have anything for open forum? If you do, feel free to just take the lead on this one.
Well, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm a little burnt orange out, and I wanna speak on somebody over there. I want to speak on Bijan Robinson, and we could go
Best
go
back
ahead
in
and
the-
we could go ahead and put the Heisman watch on this man, because Jesus Christ, the numbers he is putting up are man, it's
been
great
a while.
to see.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It has been a long while. We have not been able to get a consistent running back. It's always been running back by committee since good Lord. Who's our last one?
Jamal Charles.
No, Said before him.
Oh, Said, yeah.
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 So it's good to see that's what we're known for. Earl, Ricky,
Rick.
Said. Good God. So yeah, it's Jamal Charles. and dude, so yeah, Bijan Robinson numbers this year: 105 attempts, 652 yards, 7 touchdowns, and a little over 6 yards a carry through 4 games. That is that is phenomenal. I like every time he touches the ball. I'm not gonna say he is, but I think Barry Sanders. Nobody could bring him down. They bounce off of him. His cuts are freaking insane. Like, and then what's crazy is the running back by committee there. You got 3 running backs that are just freaking beasts, and I'm not being biased at all. Bijan Robinson, Keelan Robinson, and Roshan Johnson. Those 3 right there could be number ones at any school across the Big 12. And like I say, I like what I'm seeing at Texas. Sharp, he made the adjustment. He saw Hudson Card wasn't getting it done. He put in Casey Thompson, who was making some stupid decisions sometimes, but still love the guy. He's a leader. He leads that team in the right direction. I feel like he's definitely the one that needs to be back there. I like what I'm seeing from Texas football. I like what I see from Texas football. No biasness. I think Sark is breaking the trend of crappy coaches that we have. I like Charlie Strong, but he was set up to fail there. Tom Herman was a complete bust. I was big on him. Complete bust.
I like the Nuggets on this one, Mike. This is
Bijan Robinson for high.
Oh, okay. He's calling it out right now. You heard it here first. Hawg Tawk, baby. Jake, you got anything for us today? Do you want to talk about the Steelers again?
No. I mean, let's talk a little parlay real quick, guys.
Oh, okay.
So I got a little 17 parlay going on today. I think it's a pretty good one. I look for the Dallas Cowboys to cover the 4.5 points. I do look for the Cleveland Browns to cover as well at -2. I got the Dolphins covering. And then I also like Tennessee to cover pretty easily. The New Orleans Saints on the money line, Los Angeles Rams on the money line, and the Green Bay Packers to cover 7 against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Run that one by me one more time. You had...
He's writing it down.
Hell yeah, I'm writing it down. You got the Dallas Cowboys to cover. You had Miami Dolphins to cover. Cleveland Browns to cover. What else you had there?
Got Tennessee Titans to cover. The Saints.
Tennessee Titans? Jake, you taking those 17.5 points, Jake?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. No, I am taking the Bills to cover.
Oh,
I have
the Bills, right?
Covering in one. Yeah. The Tennessee Titans are -6. And then you got Los Angeles Rams on the money line, Packers to cover 7.
I like it.
Yeah, and then
Packers,
there's also I have another one with a bunch of upsets. $5 wins you $825.
I saw that one, man. That's wild.
It's Lions money line, Vikings money line, Panthers money line, Colts money line, Cardinals money line, and the Seahawks money line. So
you never know.
I'll have some fun with it. What's risking $5? You know what I'm saying? Like, makes the games interesting, makes it more fun to watch and everything like that.
Look at Matt over there writing it down. He's ready. He's ready for next week. I got him into the parlay. What's up, Mike?
Another thing I want to hit on. I'm sorry for taking the mic again. The race for the AL wild card. Skip.
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
We have a possible 3-way tie between 4 teams could possibly make it right now. We got the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Mariners, and the Blue Jays, all within a game of each other for the final spot in the Major League playoffs, with 1 game left in the regular season. So, and the probability of a 3-team tie is very high. And in October in baseball is like catnip for clones, baby. It is freaking prime time right now. We got to start involving more baseball in this open forum. This last
it's about that time.
Is gonna be, yes, it is.
It's
October, baby. The best time of the year. I know I'm all over this NFL stuff, but baseball is my love, baby.
Matt, you got anything for open forum?
Nope, but just a couple updates on the teams. Local, UTSA won again. UIW won again. Tamuks on a bye, of course. Our alumni team.
Are they playing San Fran?
Texas Tech. What?
You said Tamuks on a bye. All right, man. What a show. we're about to close this one out, fellas. Thank you for hopping on. All of our live viewers, thank you for hopping in the chat. This is as good as time as any. Let you know if you enjoyed the content. Give us a subscribe, like, comment, all of that. Get the YouTube algorithm going. Help us out. Any support is appreciated. Peace out, fellas.
See y'all.
Peace out.
Oh,
Good one,
baby,
fellas.
happy Halloween.
Yo, it's Hawg Talk, where we talk about sports. We give you insights, our opinions, and more. With Matty Ice, Kamikaze Skip, and Mike G. Ain't no other podcast out here can compete. Yo, it's Hawg Talk, with 4 best friends. Reppin' Tamu to the end. With the goal to reach the top, the only way is to ascend. Javelina alumni standing tall and proud. Home of tailgating and don't see us from the crowd. Sports, hot topics, world news, what we about. Don't forget subscribe so you will never miss out. Leave a like, comment, and share it with a friend. Tell them Hawg Talk is a highly recommend. It's Hawg Talk.